Okay, we are a few minutes behind our time.
We'll say what, 3:05?
I would say 3:05, and if it's okay, I'll do the boring stuff. You are tuning into the semi-regularly monthly meeting of the Newbury Board of Assessors. We have present Sandy Wexler, and of course Principal Assessor Jason DeCipio, and I'm Bud Kelly. And now I shall pass it on to Mr. DeCipio.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kelly. And we are in November meeting. How the year is ticking by. I have the agenda here for you. We'll stick right to the agenda items, and the first thing on our list is to review the prior meeting minutes.
Indeed.
You right here.
Our October 11th meeting minutes. We called the 3, reviewed minutes, approved packets, vote, motor vehicle, chapter land, set the meeting for today. No public participation, and we adjourned at 3:37. I move we accept these as written.
Second.
All in favor? Aye, and aye. Over to you, Mr. Wexler.
One down.
Back to you, sir.
Down. Here we go. Next on our list are abatements and exemptions. I have the motor vehicle and boat excise abatements, 2 packets here. Pass them to the motor vehicle for $1,782.07. Sign just on this top page here.
Yes. $1782.07 does indeed match. $793.
Here's the cover sheet for 2. If you want to check the totals, is yours.
I do see that. I do see that. For you, sir. Thank you.
And the boat excise abatement is for $557.33.
Packet number 794. Yes, indeed. Sir? And sir. And that fell off the face of it, so we'll use that back. I'll put it back on.
Oh boy.
Perhaps we need to
They have all too much fun up here.
reel in our co-workers here in town. Apparently we're having a very good day here in Newbury.
It's always a good day in Newbury.
It's always a good thing. Sandy, thank you very much for that.
As Donna Stefanelli had on her clerk's desk over at the Old Town Hall, if you're lucky enough to live in Byfield, you're lucky enough.
I like it. This too. I have the some warrants and commitments next on our agenda, and I have for you 2 new warrants. This is a 7th commitment for motor vehicle excise, a whopping $59.23.
Well, thank goodness we got that out.
Yeah.
We can keep the lights here
And with the rate hike, probably not much longer.
Yeah.
Wow.
Only a few minutes at a time.
Not looking good.
Sir.
Thank you.
I also have the 5th commitment of 2022 for the amount of $34,780.96.
Fiscal year 2022.
Yeah. Comes. Yep. Keep 'em coming.
Oh, look at that, I didn't mean to rifle.
I got
That
it.
one floated
Yeah.
beautifully, careful.
That was very.
Just remember that on the flight back. You gotta just, my run on us. Ooh,
Revenge.
see? All right, so that's warrants and commitments.
I have the remainder of the FY24 chapter land applications.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
All right, there were a few left.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had come incomplete or without supplemental documentation
Right.
that we may have needed. And I now have the slate of them here. Go through, there is a,
Any stragglers that we still there?
nope,
Wonderful.
Nope.
That's,
done.
that is darned exciting.
Stayed on top of them. So here is a bunch of them. I am just going to give them to you face down. These are all Bob Colby's. And he does a bit of hang, I don't know if you know.
No, Colby?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, is that Colby?
Yeah. So I'm just gonna flip them over, and if I could get signatures from you on the back page, feel free to review them all, but there are probably 20 here in the packet, if you'd like to review any of them before we can.
Ooh, this is where a signature stamp would be helpful.
Yeah.
But it's
You can
okay.
do that. If you want
No, that's good, I'm glad to.
something the board wanted.
Should I just do one at a time? I'm just gonna do that. Is that okay with you?
I guess, I don't know what we did.
We'll get through those. We do have a few other things to go through after that, but not too much.
Certainly hope and wish the best for Linda and her family.
We heard anything further?
I have not. I was going to reach out to her today, but I figured I didn't hear anything. At the board meeting, and also I will wait until tomorrow.
Your former employer, the city of Amesbury, correct?
Yes.
Wow. What Cider Hill has become?
Sorry, it's a gorgeous farm. And what's nice about it is that they've stayed very true to their roots, where I've seen, Marini and Connors, and, other farms really kind of go with the, I'm going to do the corn maze and, jumping mats and rides and other like games, shoot
Yep.
pumpkins or whatever they're doing now. And Cider Hill really is sticking to the agriculture part,
And their store is unbelievable.
Yep.
And their bakery and
Who doesn't love a fresh cider donut?
several.
Yeah.
You never have just
That's the
You
problem.
never have just one. At least I find that to be the case, especially if they're warm for me.
It's true. A true local delicacy.
But it is amazing, the families it's attracting. From
It's
all
a madhouse.
walks of life.
Yeah, if you try to get up there and pick your own apples, or anytime, actually in August, anytime for peaches coming in, so it's crazy on how busy it is all summer long.
Yep. That'd be quite a revenue stream for the community.
I think most of it is probably at Cider Hill,
Yeah.
but definitely the restaurants have to pick some stuff up. I can't think that you go to Cider Hill and then say, I want to go, over to Stop and Shop, or,
Yeah.
when you leave it there, so.
Yeah.
you lucky enough to visit?
Oh, I think a couple weeks ago, kind of an impromptu mid-afternoon, but it was absolutely slammed. You know, people directing the traffic on where to go.
Yeah.
And it's just, I can't remember what we brought home. I think we brought home some, we did bring home some pre-picked apples, which was easier to do, just go to the back of the thing. In the variety that they have, amazing.
We're getting there.
Almost done with this pack. Then I just
I should have done this one first, I'd be done already.
Quantum physics.
Right. How can anything be in two places at once? And only if it knows that it's actually being monitored, then it moves? Come on, come on. It doesn't make sense to me.
pack it back together if I could.
Oh, I can't wrap my head around it. You kidding me? There you go.
Yes, I'm going to give you the others in a second. I have another Colby, Charles Colby, over at Plumbush Downs. Has 6 acres for salt hay also.
Yeah. Wonderful. Familiar. Yep. How do we get so lucky to have so many Colbys? Didn't all be farmers.
Probably are from the area.
You think?
Gonna make good. A little smart guess there.
Roger Pearson's Colbys.
Yep. Some names that are just synonymous. I have Hoyt off Orchard Street.
Yep.
14.9 acres of hay.
Good. She was able to get what she needed.
She did.
I did end up getting a phone call about it, and I did just simply say, follow the guidance from the new form and just fill in the yellow sections.
Perfect.
Sir.
We have Newberry Farm LLC using 7.08 acres of open space.
Nice.
The Pearsons on Fruit Street using 7.23 acres for pasture.
I know you're doing the best you can. We can work around it. Thank you.
I have Pritchard on 34 Central Street, raising of livestock, poultry farming, eggs, chicks, starter bulls. Cover 5 acres.
Wow. Good. Sorry, that sign, I'll trade you. I am just impressed that there's no stragglers. Truly.
We stayed on them.
Could be a burst, really.
Frankly, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We have Stephen Kenny over at 280 High Road using 5 acres for hay. And that will be the last but not least chapter land application to sign.
Sure.
Okay. All right.
Well done. Very well done. Thank you so much.
Okay. Good. on our agenda list is to review, discuss LA4, LA13, and the classification reports. Give you each a copy.
For you, sir? Thank you, sir.
And so these are what we have been approved by the Department of Revenue, and the approved LA4 and 13 are both here. The community has grown, valued over $2.2 billion now. It's quite a growth, and we had a good amount of valuation growth for about $248,000 that we are able to increase the levy by for this year as well. So some new construction stuff came on board.
Yep,
Good.
beautiful.
Yeah, and hopefully we can keep pace. But you know, we all know that the news is not great, but I'll tell you the preliminary numbers for 2022 look strong again. And on the tax rate analysis report, the one that I'll present to the select board 1 week from today, is attached here. I know I sent it out to you.
Yes.
Any
Yep.
opinions or thoughts on it, and as long as it looks good to you, I don't need to dive into it more, but I just wanted to make sure that I was...
And that's going to be the 8th, correct?
Yep.
So on election night, they're going to have a selectmen's meeting?
Yep.
So 7 o'clock or 7:30, do you remember?
So I go at 7, I know they start at 7, they have me put it for 7:15, so who knows if they'll go earlier, you know, it's about that time. So basically looking at an increase of about $245 to the average tax bill if we stay at pace with the $867 for a new tax rate. So tax rate goes down by $1, but values went up.
Yeah.
Almost 15, 16% on
So
average.
what's
The way it works.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, say the average you just said again?
Yeah, on page 5 there, I go
I'm
with the tax.
catching up now.
It's
There we
okay.
go. Thank you. Yep.
So basically, projected the tax rate, which is, subject to change, but
Of
I've
course.
gone over the numbers with Eileen several times already.
Yeah.
867 being a new tax rate, and the valuation would go from the average of 638 up to 745.
Yeah.
And what the net increase is 245 annual tax dollars.
Okay, so an extra $50 a quarter, $60 a quarter for the average family.
Yep, and so I would say that it looks like Plum Island is going up slightly more because those have been going crazy, and then other places are going up slightly less. But then when you average it out, that's what it is. And then the others are just the information to present to the select board on obviously the options that they have. Do we want to split the rate, which wouldn't make any sense in this the majority of the residential community. We have no open space. And the residential and commercial discount would, again, offer no alleviation for most people, so.
Yep. That's beautiful.
Yeah, I think it's a typical.
Nothing's changed, really. If anything, it's slightly increased to being even more residential because residential values are outpacing commercial values.
Right.
So it's not that you have more residential than commercial, which you do, but it's value that.
It is unbelievable that of the total valuation.
Yeah, over $2 billion. Yeah.
2.1 billion.
2.2.
No, 2.1 billion is just single family.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, yeah, in just single family out of the
That's just kind of,
2.2,
that's
yeah.
kind of crazy, and only 55 million is even considered commercial.
Commercial.
By the
industrial,
time you get
personal,
your personal property, it's crazy. It's not even 100 million,
just under 100 million, you're right.
not even 100 million of 2.2.
Of everything else.
Everything else is
Yeah.
crazy. It's amazing.
But it's I think that, in my opinion, that lends itself to the desirability of Newburgh. Okay, it's not.
Historically low tax rate.
Yeah, well,
Again, lucky enough to live in
values
Blackfield.
keep
Lucky
going
enough.
up.
Well, that's great. So you'll do that next week. I just made a note on my calendar. I'm most likely going to attend.
Okay, I'll be there.
Yep. You want to schedule a next meeting?
I do, and then we do have an executive session, as you can see on the bottom of our agenda. We will have to discuss.
Okay.
All right, well, do you want to do the scheduling and get that over with, and then we can
Start off
adjourn
Cambridge and go, yeah.
into.
So December 6th is a Tuesday.
I have that as our the first Tuesday of November.
Yes.
December, I'm sorry. That works for me. Just
Yep,
to
yep,
see.
yep.
3 o'clock again?
See why not, yep.
Okay.
6th. Perfect. And so we'll plan on that.
It'll be
And
dark by 4.
Yeah. Sad but true.
Yeah,
it will be.
pretty close.
Yeah.
a cloudy day.
Actually, starting Monday, so it'll be close to that, right?
Why are we-
By 5 o'clock.
Yes, this weekend.
This
This
weekend.
weekend is the weekend, yes.
Oh, joy.
Yeah.
Yes, okay, we scheduled the next meeting for December 6th, is that what we said?
Yeah.
For 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Okay, I make a move
Yeah.
that we close our public meeting and not open again
Not to
after we go to executive session.
Second.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Carries, thank you very much for participating.